Chapter 1: Computer Networking. Networking means connecting computers so that they can share files, printers, applications, and other computer-related resources. It is the practice of transporting and exchanging data between nodes over a shared medium in an information system. Learning outcomes. Children will be able to understand the need of computer communication, understand the concept of computer network, identify types of network hardware, communication channels, and network architecture. Learn about topologies and protocols. Neha: Hey Tia, do you know what computer networking is all about? Tia: Well, I have a basic idea, but I'd love to learn more. Can you explain it to me? Neha: Sure. Computer networking is all about connecting computers and other devices together so they can share information and resources. Tia: Like how we connect our phones to Wi-Fi to access the internet. Neha: Exactly. Computer networks can be small, like in our homes, or massive, like the entire internet. Tia: I want to learn more about it in detail. Neha: Okay Tia, let's dive into the world of computer networking. Imagine you have to travel from one city to another. The best mode of transportation you choose to travel is via train. Trains run on tracks that connect different cities, carrying people and goods from one place to another. This interconnected train system forms a network. Networking means connecting different places or things so they can communicate or work together. Computer network. A computer network is a collection of interconnected computers and other devices such as printers and servers that can communicate with each other to share information, resources, and services. Need for a computer network. The need for computer networks arises from the requirement to connect and enable communication between computers and devices to share information and resources such as files, printers, and internet access. Computer networks have made communication easier, cheaper, and faster, and also help saving resources. Let us learn how a network can help us in a detailed way. Shared resources and cost-effective. Computers on a network can share the resources like printers, modems, scanners, plotters, CD drive, USB ports, etc. with each other easily. This is cost-effective. Storage media. When a computer network is established, one computer acts as the main computer or the server. This server serves or distributes the software or hardware that the other networked computers would need and use. Effective backup. You can make 2 copies of important files and save them on another networked computer or the server. If one system faces hardware failure, the data remains intact, which is important. On the other hand, you can also work on another networked computer if a computer is not working. Effective means of communication. A network forms a very effective means of communication as it provides cheap and quick communication. A computer network allows you to communicate through emails and messages. Sharing information. Information can be easily shared among the computers connected via a network and eliminates the usage of any external storage devices like CD, DVD, pen drive, etc. Makes administration easy. A person can monitor all the computers from one location, troubleshoot issues, and optimize resource allocation even without moving around. Effective security measure. Network security can be maintained through passwords and usernames. Saving all the important files in one location makes it easier to protect them. Advantages of a computer network. A network is very useful for connection and communication purposes. Not just that, it also has many other advantages. Some advantages are given below. Centralized storage of data. Files can be stored on a central server which can be shared and made available to each and every user in the organization. Anyone can connect to a computer network. There is a negligible range of abilities required to connect to a computer network, so anyone can connect to the network. Faster problem solving. All the issues or problems can be solved in lesser time. High reliability. Reliability in a computer network involves ensuring that data is backed up and available even in the event of equipment failures or other issues. If for some reason data becomes inaccessible on one computer due to a crash or other problem, having another copy of the same data available on another workstation allows for uninterrupted and smooth processing in the future. Highly flexible. Flexible means that different people will be able to explore different things as per their requirements. Boost storage capacity. A computer network boosts storage capacity because when you share data, files, and resources with others, you need a system that can efficiently store all this information and content. With a network, you can achieve this without any hassle, ensuring you have enough storage space for your needs. Security through authorization. The users are granted permission to access specific files or applications. This authorization is typically done using a combination of an ID or identification and password. It ensures that access is only granted when there is a perfect match between the provided ID and password, enhancing security by limiting access to authorized individuals. Disadvantages of a computer network. Some disadvantages of a computer network are as follows. Networks can be at risk of problems like hacking, viruses, and data theft if they are not well protected. Establishing and maintaining a network can be expensive, including the costs of hardware, software, and IT personnel. Networks require regular maintenance, updates, and troubleshooting. Network failures or data corruption can result in data loss if proper backups are not in place. A network failure can have a significant impact on an organization's operations, affecting multiple users and devices. Components of a network. Even if only two computers are connected, they can be considered to be in a network. A network consists of various components which are as follows. Computers and other devices. These are the various tools people use to access the network. It includes computers like laptops and desktops, mobile phones, tablets, and other devices that you can connect to the network. For example, when you send an email from your laptop or check a web page on your smartphone, you are using these devices to access the network. Cables and connectors. Cables are the wires that connect devices in a network. They allow data and communication signals to travel between devices. Connectors are the devices that join cables and connect multiple computers, making sure that data can flow smoothly between them. Network Interface Card or NIC. A NIC is a piece of hardware installed in computers to connect them to the network. It is the gateway that controls the flow of data between all the computers connected to the network. NICs are capable of transmitting and receiving data at different speeds from 10 to 1000 Mbps or megabits per second. Hub. A hub acts as a central distribution point in your network. When a computer on the network wants to get information from another computer or from the network itself, it sends a request to the hub using a cable. The hub then takes that request and shares it with all the computers on the network. Switches. Switches are like traffic police in a network. They help devices on a network like computers, printers, etc. communicate efficiently with each other and with other networks, including the internet. They make sure that data gets to the right destination, kind of like directing traffic at an intersection. Modem. The word modem comes from modulator demodulator. It is a device that connects your home network to your Internet Service Provider or ISP. Essentially, it helps in transferring data between your computer and the ISP using different types of wiring like telephone lines or cables. Router. A router is a box that connects you not only to the internet but also to other networks. It allows you to share a single internet connection with multiple devices like your computers, smartphones, and tablets. This sharing of an internet connection among devices can save you money, so you don't need a separate connection for each device. It is the device that helps direct internet traffic to the right devices in your home or office network. Network architecture. Network architecture is the design of a computer network. It is a framework for the specification of the physical components of a network and their functional organization. The two types of network architectures are used: peer-to-peer network, client or server network. Peer-to-peer network. Peer-to-peer network is a network in which all the computers are linked together with equal privilege and responsibilities for processing the data. This network is useful for small environments, usually up to 10 computers. It has no dedicated server. Special permissions are assigned to each computer for sharing the resources, but this can lead to a problem if the computer with the resource is down. Client or server network. Client or server network is a network model designed for the end users called clients to access the resources such as songs, video, etc. from a central computer known as server. The central controller is known as a server, while all other computers in the network are called clients. A server performs all the major operations such as security and network management. A server is responsible for managing all the resources such as files, directories, printer, etc. Types of network. Networks can be of various types. Let us study these in detail. Personal Area Network or PAN. A personal area network is the smallest network which is very personal to a user. This may include Bluetooth-enabled devices or infrared-enabled devices. PAN has connectivity range up to 10 meters. PAN may include wireless computer keyboard and mouse, Bluetooth-enabled headphones, wireless printers, and a TV remote. Tech Corner. If a LAN is set up using wireless media, it is known as WLAN or wireless LAN. For example, Piconet is Bluetooth-enabled personal area network which may contain up to 8 devices connected together in a master-slave fashion. Local Area Network or LAN. A local area network is a network that is used to connect personal computers in a room, building, or campus. A LAN is used extensively in offices as it enables its users to use resources like printers, scanners, plotters, speakers, etc. on a common basis. For example, networking in home, office. Metropolitan Area Network or MAN. A metropolitan area network or MAN is a computer network that connects computers within a metropolitan area, which could be a single large city, multiple cities and towns. A MAN is larger than a local area network or LAN, but smaller than a wide area network or WAN. Wide Area Network, WAN. A wide area network is a network that is used to connect personal computers over large geographical areas such as continents. The best example of a WAN is the Internet. WANs are generally used by very large companies or government agencies. They require a public telecommunication media like the telecommunication lines or the satellite signals in order to transfer data. Other examples of WAN include the ATM facilities, net banking, and the telecommunication services. Difference between LAN and WAN. LAN. LAN stands for Local Area Network. LAN's ownership is private. The speed of LAN is high. The propagation delay is short in LAN. There is more fault tolerance in LAN. WAN. WAN stands for Wide Area Network. WAN's ownership can be private or public. The speed of WAN is slower than LAN. The propagation delay in WAN is long. There is less fault tolerance in WAN. Network topology. All kinds of networks work on a particular format of arrangement. The different formats of arrangement of computers in a network are called topology. There are various types of topologies that a network can use. The main topologies available are bus topology. In this topology, a single cable called a backbone with multiple points is employed. All the computers, printers, and other hardware are connected to this cable. Any electronic signal passed by any node can be received by all the nodes on this cable, as the signal can travel in both directions. The cable has terminators at its end so that the signals passed may be observed by them. They do not clutter the network line. Star topology. Star topology is a network topology in which each network component is physically connected to a central node such as router, hub, or switch. When the central node receives a packet from a connecting node, it can pass the packet on to other nodes in the network. Ring topology or circular topology. This topology uses multiple links to form a loop of computers. Each computer is connected to the loop, thus forming a kind of a ring or a circle. A message or a token goes round the loop continuously. All the computers or the nodes are equipped with a token ring adapter card or track, which helps them to read the token or the message that passes through the loop continuously. Tree topology. Tree topology is a combination of the bus and the star topology. In this type of a network arrangement, you can have multiple servers. These servers can be interconnected so that a user may access his or her own server as well as the bigger server when needed. This technology is used when there are a large number of computers to be connected and there are distinct branches of an organization that need to be connected. It requires a lot of cables to be employed, and the success of the tree topology depends on the cables used. Network protocols. Protocol is a set of rules or procedures for transmitting data between electronic devices such as computers. There are three main types of network protocols. These include network management protocols, network communication protocols, and network security protocols. Communication protocols include basic data communication tools like TCP or IP and HTTP. Security protocols include HTTPS, SFTP, and SSL. Management protocols maintain and govern the network through protocols such as ICMP and SNMP. Network communication protocols. HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, or HTTP, one of the most familiar protocols, is often referred to as the protocol of the Internet. HTTP is an application layer protocol that allows the browser and server to communicate. TCP, Transmission Control Protocol, or TCP, separates data into packets that can be shared over a network. These packets can then be sent by devices like switches and routers to the designated targets. UDP, User Datagram Protocol, or UDP, works in a similar way to TCP, sending packets of data over the network. The key difference between the two is that TCP ensures the connection is made between the application and server, but UDP does not. Network Management Protocols. SNMP, Single Network Management Protocol, or SNMP, is used to monitor and manage network devices. This TCP-based protocol allows administrators to view and modify endpoint information to alter the behavior of devices across the network. Network security. When you establish a network, you allow a number of people to access and share important data stored in the computers on the network. For this purpose, the network needs to be secured. There are generally two ways in which a network can be secured. Let us learn about both of these in a detailed manner. Login security. Using this security measure, all the users who want to access the data are given unique usernames and passwords. Only those people who have username and passwords can access that data. Tech Corner. Cloud computing means storing and accessing data over the internet instead of the hard drive. For example, Microsoft OneDrive, Google Drive, Apple iCloud, etc. Rights security. Right security is a step forward to login security. Using this security measure, limited access rights can be given to users depending on the username. The access rights are limited to certain folders where the user can access only certain folders pertaining to his or her own work. Thus, we see that it is extremely important that the network is protected and unwarranted access and usage of data can either be prohibited or controlled. Under the rights security, if someone tries to access the other's files, a rights prohibited message will pop up and the network administrator will be informed that a certain unauthorized person is trying to access the information. Flashback. A computer network is a collection of interconnected computers and other devices that can communicate with each other to share information, resources, and services. Networks have made communication cheaper and faster and also help in saving resources. A network of computers is needed for effective means of communication, effective backup, effective security measure, easy administration, and as a storage media. Networks can be of various types such as local area network, LAN, metropolitan area network, MAN, wide area network, WAN, and personal area network, PAN. Network topology includes bus topology, star topology, and ring topology.